Okay.
Okay.
Sorry.
Hagai Rakovich, Hagai and Rakovitz.
Okay, thank you. And what is your job title?
I'm owner of a talent agency.
And can you give us a little description of
Yes,
what
of
you
course. I'm
do?
taking care of actor, singer, writer, choreographer, models, and hostess on TV.
And what's the name of your agency?
Hagai Rakovich, personal management. I make personal management.
Okay. Do you work with actually choosing models for your agency?
Yes, of course.
Yes. And how do you choose those models?
Well, it's coming in two ways. First of all, they send me resume and CV with a photo, and if I like the photo and the resume, I invite them for an interview. Second way, it's my model. If they see someone that is nice and interesting, they bring him to my office.
Okay. And what do you look for in models specifically, like their physical attributes or where they're from or their age?
Okay, so of course it includes many things. Age not less than 14 for modeling for ladies. For men, not less than 16, 17. Of course, they must to be intelligent, very verbal, they can talk. And today you are not just a picture, you are a presenter, and you need to know how to talk and what to say, and you must be after a school of acting from front of the camera, because you are not just a model like a long time ago. Second, of course, the reason we are here that I need the BMI check from the doctor because of the law now in Israel. I'm not allowed to take people who don't pass through the BMI, and I can give you some example of things that happened. Few weeks ago, one of my talent was in the middle of shooting day, and they come from Ministry of Health to check the issue, and she don't have it, so they cut the shooting, and she need to call to her doctor, the family doctor, that he will send direct to the producer the paper. And other thing, I can give you another example, that I have a girl that I very like, 19 years old, and very unique one, not regular. This is the reason why I love a very typecast girl, and because she is very, very, very skinny, I cannot work with her, and she was very popular. And what can I do? She's not working now, and even I don't send her to any audition because I'm not allowed.
And do you think she's skinny just because she's naturally small, or does she?
No, just because she's skinny. She's very good actor, and she came from a family that acting is in the family, and I'm not allowed to work with her, and it's very sad. I understand the law, I understand why they did it, and I appreciate it. But you know, when you have a law, sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad.
Right. And do you encounter that a lot in your agency now with the law?
Of course,
Yeah.
of course. Even though that when I bring, I make a import of models from abroad, if they are skinny, I'm not allowed to take them. Even if they are not Israeli, of course.
Just wondering, where do you get models from abroad?
And the last one that I bring is, she was from Finland.
Okay. What is your relationship to these models? Do you spend a lot of time with them? Are you close?
Okay, so because it's personal management, it's like a family, it's like my children, and they can talk with me whenever they want, 7 days a week, until the night. I take care of them, included things with the family, and between her and she, and whatever. Yes, we have a very good relationship.
Yeah, and do you keep track of their eating habits at all? Do you know if any of your models have eating disorders and still have gotten into the modeling business?
Can you repeat again, because I didn't understand the
Do
question?
you know if any of your models have eating disorders that work in your agency?
תסבירי לי, גלית, לא הבנתי את השאלה.
האם אתה יודע שלאחד מהדוגמנים או דוגמניות שלך יש בעיה בעיה של הפרעת אכילה?
In my model, no, it's funny that I have a problem in acting, in the model not, because when I make them the interview, I check it before. In the actor, I have some of the problem, yes.
So you're saying the actors don't have to have their BMI checked by the doctor, they do?
The problem when they make the rule, they said just for a model, but now it's included also acting in Israel. It's new. From 1.5 months, something like that, they also included the actor inside. Yeah, especially in commercial, yeah.
Yeah, commercials. Yeah. So since the law came into effect, have you had to change the way you sign models or
Yeah,
look
of
for
course.
models? Yeah, and what kind of ways?
Yes, of course. Before I just ask them how is the weight and how tall they are. Today, they need to send me before the BMI to let me know that they passed through the number that's supposed to be. Before I didn't check it, I just asked the tall and the weight, that's all. Today I want to see the sign of the doctor and it's confirmed and everything. Without this, I not take them, even just for interview.
Okay.
Before they just give information. I don't see any paper.
Can you hear that noise?
Yeah. Okay, that's fine.
Okay. So before you said that one of your models that you used to work with was too skinny once the law came into effect, so you couldn't work with her anymore.
I can't work on it anymore.
Yeah. And you have more models that happened with?
Yes, I have, but I can tell you that I have 2 twins. They are model, and they was very, very skinny, and because of this rule, they make a diet not for be skinny, to be fat, and now they are good, so they really work. Sonia and Bronya, the name of them, and they make Aliyah to Israel from Russia, and they are alone here in Israel, and they very love them now, how they look.
And do you think that's because the law has had a positive effect on?
Of course, they understand. They understand the problem, and of course, not just for the money, for the healthy also.
So do you think that reflects a good light on the law and shows what good it can do?
Again, it's good and bad. It's good for the people will be health, and not will be problem. It's a problem for people that they are really thin. Some people they are really thin and they are not make diet. And the most sad about it, I broke the salary. They don't have salary. They don't have work, and it's bad for them because some people they really born thin, and for them it's a problem. For people who make a diet and not eat, I very like this rule because I don't want there will be anorexia.
Okay. More specifically about the law.
Okay.
So, once the law came into effect, how did you approach models that were too skinny? What did you tell them? Did you tell them to change their eating habits? Or
Of course. Well, first of all, I ask all of my agency, not just the model, to go to the family doctor and bring me the issue about the BMI. And the people who don't bring me, I understand alone that they don't pass through. And I call them personally, talk not by phone, person-to-person talk. And I explain them that we cannot work if you don't have this issue from the doctor, because they can come to my office whenever they want from Ministry of Health and let me and give me the information, and they can check in the paper if I have for everyone the issue. And I talk with some of them and I explain them that if they will make more kilo and they start to eat, so they can back to work. And I can tell you that almost all of them did that and they're working. I have 2, 3 that not passed through.
So you say in general, the law didn't have a negative effect on the models? You think in general it helps some of them?
Again, it's good for information, and it's not good for people that are really skinny.
Okay.
And of course the rule is good because high, even before, didn't take people that they was sick or too much skinny, because I don't want problem with them.
And in general, they didn't react. How did they react in general, the models and everyone in your agency?
In the agency, or everyone, or just the skinny?
Well, the people who it affected in general, how did they react?
They don't talk about it, first of all. And when I ask them, no, everything is normal. I don't eat. You don't think. You think that I don't eat. I eat more time than you, but I eat several times in a day, 7 to 8 times in a day, and small meals. But we eat and we make sport, and it's okay. And why you think like this? And they all the time start to make a cover that it's not true.
So how do you think this law looks for Israel? Do you think it makes it look like a good progressive nation?
Okay, I think they have two different things here. The first thing is that I'm very happy. It's make a lot of good propaganda for Israel, because all the time from all over the world call me and ask me as an agent what I think about that, and they are very happy that you are very modern and very, I can say, very popular now all over the world in the